Welcome. I'm Alice Alicia Jones, and this is another one of my Living Consciously videos. I apologize if the sound of my voice is a little bit um, uh, if it sounds funny. I had a dental appointment this morning, and he had to numb both sides of my mouth. He swore that the numbness would wear off, but it hasn't. So I'm going to live with this. I can talk the best possible way I can. I have been concentrating on energy, and one of the things that I always like to give you a positive spin on, and it's not necessarily a spin, but a positive effect of what it is that I'm talking about. Originally, I had a great deal to say about energy distortions, and I'm going to end with displaced energy fields. But the positive that I wanted to share with you is what I call energy outreach. And this is where another person's energy field affects you positively. The very first one that I wanted to cover, what is commonly known as mother's touch. Every time you're in some kind of pain, some kind of trauma, something's not going right, somebody comes and puts their hand on your shoulder, on your back, on your head, and it emits a positive vibe. That is commonly known as mother's touch. In Reiki, we also know it as mother's touch, but we also know it as the fact that just by you incarnating on planet Earth, you have automatically 10% healing energy coming from your hands, your eyes, your heart, every cell in your body. Some have more, but it's automatic. You have 10%. So I just want you to be aware of that and understand that a soothing, light touch is can be extremely healing. Obviously, you don't want to do it on somebody who might think it's invasive, but for the most part, it's not. The other thing that this kind of deals with two people who may have just met each other, but may have known each other for a while. Also, it's where you wrap your energy field around the other person. This is an energy exchange where Tom and Mary become Tamari, and all of the energy around the two of them just swirls in together. So it's a great feeling. You could be standing in line at Starbucks and the person in front of you or behind you, or somebody that just comes and starts to talk to you, and you can feel that. You'd never know when that is going to happen. And that could be the beginning of a relationship. You are actually blending two loving forces together. You're blending the your energy field with their energy field, and you definitely feel good because of it. I know that I have had several friends who have said to me that as soon as they saw a certain person come into a room, They said to whoever their companion was, "That's the man I'm going to marry." And in one case, the guy said, "Well, would you like to meet him?" Because she didn't know him, but yet she instinctively said, "That's the man I'm going to marry." Obviously, that came from a past life. So the that's what I call energy outreach. The last one I wanted to cover is a smile. You can actually change somebody's energy for the positive for the day if you just smile at them. You will never, ever, ever understand the effects of the importance of your smile till you go and have your life review and you're sitting with your uh, karmic board and you're going through the details of your life, especially if you've had a very important life in this on this plane in this lifetime. You will see that many, many times what you thought was so important to the ego is unimportant to spirit. And what you may have totally disregarded as being important, a kind gesture, a kind word, a smile, is extremely important. So please um, bear that in mind. And just know that you may discover at some point during your life review that that's the most important thing you did in a given day was to smile at someone. The next area I wanted to cover in energy fields is displaced energy. I can remember the very first time that I ran across this concept was when we were doing a healing session on a person, and my teacher told me to scan the person and tell me what the energy field was doing. And I'm scanning. I place my hands down, down, down from above to below. I go down the entire body and I go, I feel nothing. I feel no energy. And she kind of laughed and smiled and she said, "Well, where is it?" And I go, "What does she mean? Where is it?" And it dawned on me, well, it has to be somewhere. So I went over to the side, and sure enough, that's where the energy field was. That person was traumatized enough that he took his entire energy field, displaced it off to one side. So you can imagine what that does to your ability to go through the day, to your ability to function. You can't because you've taken your auric field that is supposed to surround you and feed you and give you more energy, and you've literally moved it over. So, this is something that you absolutely do when you're traumatized. You may not know it, you may not recognize it, but now that you're aware of it, you just let go of the need to hold on tightly to your point of view because everything that comes at you has something to teach you. And even if it means to teach you, get out of this situation. Get out now, get out permanently, get out forever. So please, this is why energy, understanding energy, working with energy, dealing with energy is so important because it will clue you in as to what you're supposed to do. You've heard I think I had just mentioned this. You've heard the concept besides themselves. There's another thing that people do when they're heavily traumatized from whatever is going on in their life. And again, they're not aware of the fact that they're doing it, but they shoot energy out of their crown. And instead of taking it in and having it again feed you, it's God's energy, it's free, it's energy from source, prime creator, whoever you want to mention. It's free for the taking, but you have to open your crown and allow it, ask it to come in. Instead, what because of the trauma that they have been subjected to, they shoot their energy out of their crown and they are at a loss as to why they feel so wilted, so bad. You know that after every argument, even after somebody accusing you of something that maybe what really wasn't justified, or even if it was justified, if their outrageousness exceeds the quote unquote crime that was committed, um, you can shoot energy out of your crown and you can leave, have energy. This is called displaced energy. Another way to displace it is again when I've done Reiki, I have had to find what every chakra was kind of doing. And sometimes I would be up here with one chakra, and then all of a sudden I'd be down here. That's what I call peaks and valleys. It can be the probably the two chakras that I have seen are the most affected are the throat chakra, speaking your divine truth, and the third chakra, which is your speaking your personal truth, feeling that you have the right to be exactly who you are, that you don't have to put on a mask, you don't have to put on a face, you don't have to be somebody else to make to be accepted by your family, by your peers, by your colleagues. So, because who else can you be but who you are? And I want to assure you that who you are is perfect. You can continue to clear yourself, to just give, um, to try to make sure that all parts of you are present because there is the last thing that besides shooting out of your body, you could have parts of you that you simply willed away. And this is this can be your energy field, it can be your soul. And one of the things I will be discussing in the future when I've kind of exhausted all of the things I want to discuss about energy is soul, contract, soul dimensions, parts of the soul, um, everything to do with that. But anyway, if you shoot out of your body, if part of your energy shoots out and it's not entirely there, another person can look at you and through your eyes see a vacant stare. See and just think, "Oh my god, he's not there. She's not there." this is commonly when you say to somebody, "You're a million miles away. Where are you?" Know that a there can be that effect, that they shut out a part of themselves out of their body because of the trauma that they were experiencing. Let's see, is there anything else I want to cover today? I think that's it for today. I will continue with energy for next week, but I try to keep to 15 to 20 minutes. I'm not exactly sure where I am right now, but I I have been told 15 minutes is an ideal time for one of these little vignettes. Uh, I thank you for being here. I feel so blessed. If you want information on my book, Own Your Power. This was entirely channeled by spirit. The areas that I didn't change one iota, not one word, are completely italicized. The areas where I edited, and I edited for 16 years, and I then sat on it for another four. So that book took 20 years for me to release it. Um, but I've gotten phenomenal compliments on it, and it's $20 and shipping and handling is included. So it's on my website, www.alicia, ALICJA Jones.com. Also on my website are the classes that are coming up, a channeling class, uh, I am going to have a full class on energy distortions, on the energy field in general, and I will have a class on soul development. So that's in the future. Like I said, you can get it on my website. I thank you for your attention. I thank you for being here. And please contact me or leave me a message in the chat, because if anybody wants a specific topic covered, I try to honor that request. I at least put it in my list. And I wish you adieu till next week, Friday. Thank you and have a great week.